we define a monster is a replica of the person you're calling a husband in that union of marriage. If you have nothing positive to tell a divorced woman, shut up. Hi, my YouTube family. Welcome on set today. Today, we are going to have a discussion. And maybe if I was to give it a topic, it will be after the divorce. And after the divorce is not a topic of what happens after the divorce, but actually initially what I had learned that happens, especially to divorced women and widowed women. What normally happens. Yes, we have lived to hear the nasties of what happens, of the name calling, of the tribulations that begin once a woman has been defined or has been labeled as a divorced woman or as a widowed woman. Now, the reason why I felt it is we needed to have this discussion. You know, when you hear things happening to another woman, and then one morning it happens to you. Yes, it resonated. Yes, you felt it when you heard it as a story. But now when it hits home, can I say it's another whole ball game altogether? And now that I know that you know where I'm coming from. I know that maybe you have seen my story in the social media. Yes, my divorce happened. Yes, now I'm a free woman, and maybe now I've been labeled as a divorced woman. And I did not even think or imagine that this would happen to me specifically. Yes, I have lived to highlight what normally happens to the women who are going through the divorce, who are already divorced, or who are widowed and they are single. Yes, I've lived to highlight, maybe even speak out on what actually happens after the divorce. And it's good. Yes, that title perfectly suits this conversation after the divorce. Yeah, but it never hit home that this kind of behaviors, they are still continuing even after the media publicity of how women are dying in abusive unions of marriage, of how women are continuing not to leave their union of marriage because of the stigmatization that follows. You know, I thought that maybe this thing is dying down because of the highlights that the media is giving. You know, media has really helped so much to curb this evil, let me call it evil behavior, because women have been so stigmatized, and we have really prioritized the union of marriage. Like when a woman leaves this union, it's like it's the end of you because of what follows. So I assumed, maybe I might have assumed that this kind of bad behavior is dying down. Unfortunately, I came to realize, and it was shock on me, that this behavior is alive and very well. And actually, the kind of people who are carrying on this kind of behavior will shock you, because they are people they are not even older generation. We can't say even they are people in their 50s or 60s or 70s. They are actually people of our age, people who are 40s, people who are 30s. And you'll be shocked that they will brand you, and they will call you, and they will feel nothing about it. So I'm going to highlight some of the things me personally I have gone through as latest as 3 weeks ago. And to me, at first, I was caught off guard, because I will give you an incident that, of course, now after the divorce, you can relate with women, you can relate with men. I still have male friends, I still have female friends, you know. And just because I'm now divorced does not mean that I should stop talking to both. I'm not supposed to talk to the married women. I'm not supposed to be friends, to continue being friends with married women. And I'm also not supposed to be talking to men generally, whether married or not. Now, this is a case that happened to me. Of course, it hit home well. I will say well. I'm a friend to a married person, a married woman. And now the husband comes and even goes to an extent of even sending me messages that I should stop talking to the wife because I'm a divorced woman on my face and I'm actually a bad influence to her. She's married, I'm divorced, I'm a bad influence. I'm not supposed to continue relating with the wife because she's married and I'm not. That was a shock. Was actually a shock when it happened. And despite telling me, then going ahead to call me, then going ahead to texting me. Fortunately, if I may say, because it is not unfortunate for me, maybe it's unfortunate to him, fortunate for me, the lady stood and the lady spoke. And the lady, this married woman said, you cannot begin to choose friends that I should be talking to. I've been friends with this lady long way. Just because she is divorced does not mean now, doesn't warrant me that we should end our friendship here. I will continue with this friendship, whether you like it or not. So for me, I felt shocked. Actually, at first it was a shock. Before the anger, of course, I will not lie that I was not angry. I was very angry. I was very disappointed because in this day and age, I least expected such kind of attacks, and especially from a man. And this is a man who clearly understands why my marriage came to an end. This is a man who is mature. I was assuming that he is mature. This is a man I assumed that he would learn 1 or 2, 3 things from me even to better his union of marriage, you know. But branding me a divorced woman and I'm not supposed to continue relating with the wife was a shocker. Maybe something I need to mention that I had thought or not to mention, but I feel maybe there are many women who are going through the same. So me speaking my personal experience will also help to encourage another woman and support another woman. And this other woman will feel that I'm not walking this journey on my own. In real sense, these things are happening. And yes, it shocked me because I thought these things had, even if they were not finished, people had stopped doing this kind of behavior. I assumed that this kind of behavior has subsided. It is a one-off. But it's a shock that I feel that it is actually happening amongst us in such a major, big way. This person went ahead and told the wife now, insulted the wife and told her, you people are even lesbians. Just now, because the wife has refused to end this friendship, now because I'm relating with the wife, she's a lesbian and I'm actually a lesbian. And that is why now we are friends. So I will say I was not angry, but now after this particular one, it didn't break me, but it took me to another level of anger. I could not imagine that simply because you have not had or seen me dating a man, now that I am talking with other women, I am a lesbian. Now that maybe I'm assuming if you came to realize that or to see me talking with a married man or with a different man, maybe the gossip would have been now he's dating married men, or maybe he's now dating other men, or maybe I'm no longer even a good woman because now I'm being seen with men. Now that you have not spotted me with men, and you are seeing me relating with women, and I have friends and I still have female friends, I'm a lesbian. So I'm sitting here and thinking, because I'm a divorced woman, I can no longer relate with men because I will be given a name, and I can no longer relate with women because I'll also be branded and given a name, which is not positive, of course, because I'm coming from a platform of divorce. So every branding name of the female friends I have and the male friends I have will be negative. Maybe now, for now, I will not report I've been branded anything with men, because maybe I've not been spotted with men, or maybe even when I'm spotted, something will crop up which will be negative. But how low can someone stoop? Because I'm relating with women, I am a lesbian. Because now your wife has refused to end the friendship that we have with her. She is now a lesbian, a mother to your children, married to you for over a decade and counting. Now she has, just because she's relating with a divorced woman, she has become a lesbian. So that hit home very well. It was painful, I will not lie. And it got me thinking, how many women are even still in their union of marriage because they will watch this and they have lived to hear the stigmatization that divorced women have to go through. You're coming out of hell thinking that you're going to have peace on your journey. Then you realize you have entered another version of hell. Because now there are specific people who have made it their business to not give you peace. You know? And while we are at that, for those married men, because this was actually a man, learn to count your blessings when you are in your union of marriage. I normally say that don't laugh at a cripple because you do not know tomorrow. Just because you have seen somebody has one leg, was injured and lost a leg or lost an arm, and you start laughing at that person. It is, I don't even need to tell you it is wrong. It is very immature. Learn to count your blessings. Learn to give thanks to God for your blessing. There's also something else that I personally has gone through, because I said in this platform, I can only speak of what me personally I have gone through. I have lived to hear, but I didn't know that sooner or later I might wind up being a victim of the same. My story is in the social media. Yes, I was robbed of even my finances. Then you will come and realize that somebody will sit somewhere and have a discussion of how I cannot be trusted with a particular amount just because you have had starting life again. Yeah? And to make the matter worse, you wind up having these discussions, which of course you have started showing red flags. And mark you, this particular organization we are finding ourselves into is charity. I am there to help. I'm not there, I'm not gaining anything. It's not work, I've been employed, I'm earning a salary. It is, I've devoted my time, my resources, my energy, my finances in the process to assist whatever thing that we are doing. And beforehand, when I was married, it was not a problem. But now I am divorced. And now that you know I am starting life again as a result of the same, I cannot be trusted. And so when I go and I sit in the evening maybe, and I'm unwinding and looking back on the events of the day, and you realize that you're trying to forget where you're coming from. You're trying to start your life again, and society will not let you. They will keep repeating, keep reminding you of where you're coming from and how of a failure you are, and all the negative branding of names they are actually giving you. You're actually not even getting your rest, because somebody somewhere has made it their business to keep reminding you of where you're coming from, and in a very negative way. So that's second of the things that I have personally witnessed, and as I felt I needed to share in this platform, is because people are not actually talking about it. We will meet out there and talk one-on-one, but we will not sit and discuss in a larger forum to be able to teach people, that those people especially who have this kind of mindset and thoughts and bad behavior, because this is not a good behavior, need to stop, need to know they are actually contributing to the society more deaths in the union of marriage. Because now when these women start hearing this and they're in the union of marriage and they are planning their exit, and because they can clearly see they will die in this union of marriage, then they start saying, I am suffering here, then I leave my marriage and continue suffering out there. Do I have enough strength to proceed? And mostly, these women who are still trying to keep their marriage is because they don't have that much strength even to leave. Now they have gathered all the strength they need to leave. And then now, you are telling them they still need to continue getting more strength to survive. It will not be possible. Somebody will think twice and I don't feel like I have that energy. Then tomorrow you hear somebody committed suicide, somebody was killed, somebody died in that union of marriage, somebody died of related disease, stress-related disease as a result of that union of marriage. And then you wind up saying that woman was stupid. That woman was not stupid. Even you as the society, you are a contributing factor as to why these women keep staying in this abusive union of marriages. Yes, I will say I heard this happens to divorced women. I heard that this happens to widowed women. But I didn't think even after this media publicity of abusive marriages and how women need to live and the support and the help they need, how much it has been publicized that this kind of people, this kind of mindset would still continue being in the society. It came as a shock. Another thing that happened, of course, I'm up and about trying to make my ends meet. At the same time, I'm in charitable places where I lend a hand where I can, helping and assisting the community where I can. And now this is a person who has observed me in my community service. And in my community service, I have much of what I have done succeeds, works, and winds up helping people. So this person, I don't know whether I should say innocently or I don't know, maybe. Let me just use an innocent, maybe say innocently. This person approaches me and in a conversation again, and this is also a man, he's telling me that you have really done so much in this community. You have really achieved. God, you know, you everything you set to do succeeds. You know, you accomplish everything you set to do. The only thing that you failed is keeping a husband. I least expected it. So you are here saying amen, amen, humbled, thank you, and then this thing hits you. The only thing you failed to do was to keep a husband. And I don't know, I didn't have any facial expressions, but I remember looking at this person and I was not speechless. I had so many things I needed to vomit. But I held myself together and I was like, I'm very offended, because I remember that was the only statement I said. I'm very disappointed in you and very offended, and I walked away. Because when I went and sat and thought about it, and I tried to really put myself in this person's head, what were you thinking when you said this? And the only thing that could come in my mind is how much we have glorified narcissistic relations. That you as a woman, you'd rather die in the union of marriage than leaving your union of marriage, because leaving it is a shame. Another thing, it's an achievement. It's a qualification to be in a narcissistic union of marriage. But today I would want to say in this free space that God has accorded me, it is not a privilege, it is not a blessing to be in a union, in a narcissistic union of marriage. It is not. But indeed, it is a blessing. A blessing, and I will use one word. It is a blessing to be married to a man, to the man. But you as a woman, if you're not married by a man, you're married by a narcissist. You're married by, let me call him a monster. Because how we define a monster is a replica of the person you're calling a husband in that union of marriage. If you as a woman, you have found yourself in that kind of marriage, it is not a blessing. It is not a privilege. It is not a qualification. It's actually a shame being in that kind of a union of marriage. Because we all know the end result and we are living to watch them, to hear them. Breaking news here and there. It's very unfortunate how we have as a society glorified evil, quote unquote, in the union of marriage. That is not a marriage. It ceased to be a marriage the day that husband lifted his hands and began to beat you, to flog you. The day he walked out of the union of marriage and showed you you are useless, you are worthless, and enslaved you and snared you and made you nothing. That marriage ended. I don't need to keep on mentioning when the marriage ends, what are the signs and the symptoms of a failed marriage. We all know, we have lived to see them. Some of us are living in it. Irrespective of the reason why you're still in that marriage ended. And it is not a trophy anymore. It is actually a shame. And it is a shame that you as a woman will continue enduring in that union of marriage. But indeed, it is a blessing to be in a union of marriage where you as a woman, you are respected, honored, loved, protected, defended, cared for, nurtured. Where this man recognizes your role as a woman, respects your role as a woman, respects you as a woman. That is a blessing. And that is where you as a woman need to lift up your hands and learn to live every single day giving thanks to God and replicating it on that husband, that man who has married you, who has made you who you are today. And the same, the opposite is the same. So it's unfortunate that I came to wake up, or I woke up, I didn't come, I woke up in shock, because I will say it was a shock. I least expected this to be happening in this day and age. And it is a shame that there are educated people, educated persons that continue to thrive in this kind of shenanigans, this kind of nonsense, this kind of hurtful behavior. You have no respect of where this person is at. This person is on a healing journey. This person is not as strong as Catherine, as resilient as Catherine, as fearless as Catherine. This person had the last strength within her to move a step tomorrow. And that strength, you woke up and destroyed it. That strength, you woke up maybe and finished and ruined her. You also do not know the mental position this person was in or at that particular time. We are talking of we need to be careful because of the mental issues. You do not know the depression, how far that person, where that person is mentally. And you've just woken up and insulted, called somebody a lesbian just because she's a friend to your wife. You just woke up and decided to tell a woman she's a failed project because she could not keep her union of marriage. That woman was fighting so hard to survive. She exited. She was actually snatched from the fire. She didn't die in the union of marriage. Now she's picking up the pieces to start life again. She's picking up the pieces, which is difficult because most of women are starting from nothing because everything has been taken by the husbands. It has been claimed by the husband, aided by whatever forces and offices that they have muscles on. They can pull muscles from. This woman is trying. And without even recognizing where this woman is mentally, you wake up and say this. Then, if it is not a strong woman, tomorrow morning she escaped death from her union of marriage. But tomorrow morning, you are reading her in the papers, she died. You killed her. She escaped that death. But now, even out of the union of marriage, you just killed her. Because of your loose tongue, inconsiderate tongue, and thoughtfulness. It is a shame. And I feel time has come as a society to stop this madness. Stop branding divorced women. Stop branding widowed women. Stop branding single women. It is not by choice they are in that space. They did not wish it. Neither did they pray for it. Neither did they want it. So it is important that going forward, let this be a message to those senseless talks or talkers to stop this foolishness. Because I have no other word to call it but foolishness. Foolishness that can cost a life. Foolishness that can destroy a destiny. Somebody who was so energetic to start life, then this person starts sinking in depression because she thought she had escaped hell. She had started reliving another side or set or new evolved hell that is being created by a loose tongue, by yourself. This needs to stop. If you have nothing positive to tell a divorced woman, shut up. If you have nothing positive to tell a widowed woman, shut up. If you have nothing positive to tell a single woman, a mother, a single mother, shut up. Leave her alone. Stay away from her. You don't need to share her space. She has not welcomed you into her space. You bring yourself into her space to insult her, to intimidate her, to step on her, to brand her with negative names and words. I don't want to say it is unfair. I know the world is unfair, but you need to keep your lane. Go live happily in your union of marriage. Stay away from this forsaken species that are worthless to you, but very worthy in the sight of God. So going forward, this needs to stop. Going forward, this needs to end. Going forward, if you have nothing positive to tell these women, stay away, keep off. They don't need you in your life, in their lives. They don't. They actually don't. But they will live their lives to the fullest, and you will not stop them. They have made it. And to these women who are facing what I have faced, as latest as 2 weeks ago, live your life to the fullest. And you have no apologies to make to anybody. And let these people not define you. They don't define you. They actually don't define you. If you need to relate with men, hang out with men, have male friends, please do so. And have your fun and enjoy your life to the fullest. If you need to hang out with your female friends, your girlfriends, hang out with them. Go out with them, married or not married, divorced or not divorced, single or not single. And enjoy your life to the fullest with no apologies to make to anybody going forward. I know you need to be very strong. I know you need to be armored. Actually, I sat and I was really trying, every time something happens, I'm always like, there's a scripture that comes into my mind. There's always a scripture that will crop up. And I was actually thinking when these things happened and I got a moment to sit and analyze and think on how my emotions were almost being damaged or ruined. And this scripture came into my spirit, and that is in Ephesians 6:11 and 18, putting on the whole armor of God. I thought I was putting up the whole armor of God when I was in my abusive marriage. I need to keep this armor on to withstand these loose tongues, to withstand these wiles of the devil, which can easily destroy a life, which can easily cost a life again. You're thinking you have escaped death. Kumbe, even where you are at now, in this safe space, in this peace, you might wind up losing your life again through depression, through giving up. You throw the towel. I thought, kumbe, now these are new things that are coming in my life. I don't know what to do now. Now I'm being branded names. I have even lived to hear somebody lie because you have nothing you can say about me. You have not caught me in any ills. You have nothing negative to say about me. So now because I'm divorced, you cook something. You lie about something. You just need to create something negative and speak about this divorced woman, this widowed woman. It's unfortunate, but I felt I needed to let this one out. Number one, to encourage a woman, another divorced woman, another widowed woman. Do not entertain this kind of talks. Do not give audience. You know the way you're told, don't give audience to the devil? Do not give audience to these devils. And they don't need to be in your space going forward. And kindly, I know even after I'm strongly and boldly telling you this, there is a moment in time where you will go and sit in the evening, and it is I, myself, and alone. And these things will start coming into your mind again. Do not let them depress you. Don't allow them. Don't give them space. I know it is difficult, but don't give them space. Don't give them space. I don't know why I went through this for you. I don't know what you have gone through. Maybe you have gone through worse than the 3 I'm narrating today. Maybe you have been called names. Maybe people have lied about you. Maybe people have insulted about you. You can share your comments. But this is an encouragement to you today as a woman. This is an encouragement. And you have not failed. And your life is better. Kindly be advised. You have peace now, you can sleep. Nobody is going to beat you again. Nobody is going to humiliate you. Nobody is going to insult you in front of your children. Nobody is going to demean you. You are no longer a slave to anybody. You have your freedom to choose and do and be what you want to be. You have achieved much and you are going places. And never forget that. And remember, falling doesn't mean you will not rise. It's falling and standing and walking again. You are rising again. And you will do better, greater, and mightier things in this new life, new phase that you're undertaking. So let no devil stop you. Let no human demonic agents stand in your path. I normally say you need to be bold that this human demonic agent that will present itself before you, pita na yeye, step on them and walk. Do not give audience to the devil, because if you do in this particular discussion, you will wind up depressed or you will wind up hanging yourself. And don't call a pity party. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stand firm. Be bold. Be strong. Today I felt I needed to encourage somebody. I needed to speak out. I needed to give my life experience, as always, to save a life, to help somebody, to send the word out there. I will speak today. Let another platform pick it up as well. Let us have this. Let us as a nation, as a community, as a society, engage in these discussions. Hopefully, this nonsense will come to an end. I want to thank you, my YouTube family, for your support, for your continuous subscribing. Thank you for even watching my videos. I thank you, and I'm humbled. I'm humbled because when I started telling you to watch my videos, to support me by watching, you have actually started really supported me in watching. Kindly continue watching, continue sharing, liking, commenting. Please comment, give your comment. I would love to read your comment. I know majority of you need like side chatting on my number, which is okay, but continue commenting also even in the channel. And the new subscribers, kindly subscribe. Even as you watch me for the first time, please subscribe, please like, please share. And until next time, God bless you and thank you for watching.